Oh. Light turns to blue here for the first on Canberra Cup Day, and away they race in race number 1 and showing plenty of early speed, Khan's Trick. And Khan's Trick comes out humming and leads out by about 3 metres to Contage, who's looking for the lead. Going back to third, Bob's Boy dropping in onto the fence, followed by another Castle. There's OK Nero travelling well from Dr. Bass. Our Little Scooter and Young Jack has made a bit of an error and about 30 metres off the lead. But as they settle down, 8.3 the lead time, and Contage settles out in front for Peter Rickson, leads out by about 5 metres to Khan's Trick. All racing in Indian file at the moment. Then comes Bob's Boy. Brindley there or thereabouts, running about 4 lengths off the leader, pacing roughly. Then it comes another Castle, probably 15-metre gap to OK Nero halfway down the back, followed by Dr. Bass and Our Little Scooter. Last of all, Contage not giving them a break. 30.9 that first quarter, and they're really humming as Contage leads out by about a length to Khan's Trick. Bob's Boy running third. They're still all in the Indian file. Fourth on the fence, Brindley being followed up by another Castle. Here comes Dr. Bass off the fence, and OK Nero, Rick Thurlow not wanting to miss the spot, and Our Little Scooter. Last of all, Young Jack. They come down to get the bell, a lap to go. Race 1 Canberra Cup Day. 31.4, they slackened off a little bit there. Peter Rickson taking a look around. He looks confident on Contage. It's travelling beautifully. Behind the leader had a nice run, Khan's Trick. Moving up into the death, Bob's Boy. 3 back the fence, Brindley. Moving out 3 wide, Dr. Bass. OK Nero getting the trail up in the 1-1. Then comes another Castle and Our Little Scooter, and forget Young Jack. But they go down the back, and Contage still defying all challenges as he leads out by about a neck. Coming up on his outside is Bob's Boy. Khan's Trick looking for a run. OK Nero, Ricky Thurlow smoking his pipe the third quarter, 30-3. But Contage still in front as they come down with only 300 to go. Contage leads out by about a neck to Bob's Boy. Coming off around them is Ricky Thurlow and OK Nero, and Khan's Trick only needs a run. But they turn for home, and Contage rolls off the fence, giving Khan's Trick the run. Here comes OK Nero, but Contage still defying them. Contage is still in front, and Peter Rickson going for home. Here comes OK Nero. OK Nero down the outside wins the first. Second in the event went to Contage. Third, Bob's Boy. Fourth, another Castle. Then fifth in the event was Khan's Trick. Brindley, Our Little Scooter, Dr. Bass, and last of all, Young Jack. 210.1. 210.1, a mile rate of 2.1. 30.9, 31.4. 30.3, and they've come home pretty quickly, I'd suggest. 29.2, good win. OK Nero resuming from a 2-year layoff. Ricky Thurlow, very cool drive.
Blue light up off and racing. Jeremiah began well along the inside. Rough Lane in the early stages going forward is Pay the Bond. Just in behind them, then Queen of Camelot trap wide. Then between runners came Nick a Trick. Wider out making ground Cocky Sam in the early stages. Back between runners Supreme LaBelle, and back towards the rear of the field as they swing off the back there. Along the inside was Smooth Pandora, swinging into the straight with just over 2 laps to go, and the leader is Rough Lane. Scotty Osmond takes this one to the lead. Rough Lane leads by 2 metres. Out wide on the track, still making ground, Queen of Camelot out wide, and from the outside now Cocky Sam. Cocky Sam goes to the lead with 2 laps to go past the judge. Cocky Sam the leader, strides clear by 6 metres. Queen of Camelot second. Pay the Bond now trapped without cover on the outside from Rough Lane. Then came Nick a Trick in the running line. Jeremiah back along the inside. Back to second last in the affair came Supreme LaBelle. And last of all, as they worked their way along the back straight, was Smooth Pandora. Lead time 40.5 as they work their way down the back. And the leader is Cocky Sam by 6 metres in front. Queen of Camelot second, cutting the breeze. Pay the Bond is third. Rough Lane now 3 back along the pegs. They're followed by Nick a Trick over on the outside of Jeremiah. Over on the outside in the running line then came Supreme LaBelle. It's back towards the rear, and Smooth Pandora is last of all. They swing off the back straight. The first section in 32.4. And swinging into the straight, they'll face the bell this time. And the leader is Cocky Sam by 3 metres in front. In second placing, Queen of Camelot behind the leader. Pay the Bond trap without cover. Rough Lane the inside. Then came the next pair back. Nick a Trick over on the inside. Jeremiah. Second to last came Supreme LaBelle. And last of all, as they head to the back, is Smooth Pandora. Second section, 32.2. Cocky Sam leads them to the back. 5 metres in front. Queen of Camelot about to come off the inside to second. They're followed by Rough Lane, Pay the Bond running fourth on the outside. They're followed by Trick, Jerry Mia is next. In behind them came Supreme LaBelle, and back at the rear Smooth Pandora. Down the back straight they go, and the leader is Cocky Sam, still the one to run down, still 5 metres in front. In second placing now Queen of Camelot. They're followed by further back Rough Lane the inside, Pay the Bond the centre, Trick out 3 wide. Then at the head of the rest came Jerry Mia back along the inside there of Supreme LaBelle. They swing the home turn, and the leader, the one to run down, Cocky Sam, straightens 3 in front. In second placing is Queen of Camelot. The rest are headed up by Pay the Bond, followed by Rough Lane. In the straight, Cocky Sam under the whip, trying hard as Queen of Camelot. Cocky Sam in front. Here's Queen of Camelot, though, claiming it on the outside, and Queen of Camelot goes home the better, just a score over Cocky Sam. Third placing, Jerry Mia. In behind them then came Supreme LaBelle that made up ground. Rough Lane. Further back then came Pay the Bond in the bunch, Smooth Pandora, and Trick back towards the rear. Wait the placings. Sectional times 32.4, 32.2. Third section 30.8. And they came home the last section in 29.2. The overall time 2:45. And the numbers about to come up. The judge to separate number 5, Queen of Camelot on the outside, and number 10, Cocky Sam over on the rails. And 5 has got the verdict. Number 5, Queen of Camelot. Ian Walker is first. Second went to number 10, Cocky Sam, driven by Stephen Maguire. And third to 1, Jerry Mia, Neil Day. 5:10.1. Mile rate was 2:4.1 after race number 2 on the program at...
And they're off and racing and showing great speed out wide as Gidgee Star. Gidgee Star is coming out very quickly and looking to cross, showing plenty of speed as Del Ship, and pushing up in the middle, Jerry's Dream, pushing through on the fences, Hannah Dane, and out very wide is Tapio Castle. Step outside, has just knocked one out of the race. All over Jerry has fallen. He's hanging onto the horse very well, doing a great job there, Brett Woodhouse. He's held on to All Over Jerry, but let's get back and taking stock as they go down the back straight, and Gidgee Star's going to lead out by about 2 metres to Del Ship. Sitting in the death at the moment is Jerry's Dream. One-1ing at the moment is Hannah Dane. Then follows Neggy being followed up by Tapio Castle and Golden Tiff. There's 2 tailed off. They are Terry Cherry and Step Outside. 31 the first quarter, and as they come down, and let's just take stock and just settle down and see what's going on up in front. Gidgee Star leads out by about 1 metre to Jerry's Dream. Behind the leader, Del Ship, pulling very hard. Hannah Dane in the 1 out, 1 back, getting the run of the race. Behind it, Neggy being trailed up by Tapio Castle. 3 back the inside, Golden Tiff. Terry Cherry going back to the inside, and Step by its side can't keep up. And as they come down with a lap to go, 32.9, Gidgee Star has got a very easy second quarter and has got a breather and should be there somewhere in the finish. And as they go out of the back straight, and Gidgee Star leads out by about 3 metres to Jerry's Dream. Del Ship pulling very hard behind the leader. Hannah Dane's had a good run, 1-1 the whole race. There's Golden Tiff, Nedgy. There's Terry Cherry, and last of all, Tapio Castle. Step outside, 50 metres off the rest of the pack. They go down the back straight, just over 400 metres to run. The third quarter just about to show as they go down and turn the corner, 31.2. And Gidgee Star slipped a bit more leather by Michael Salvin, and it races away by about 2 metres to Jerry's Dream. Del Ship still travelling behind the leader. Nedgy out 3 wide, and the rest can't win, but as they turn for home, Gidgee Star still leads. Here comes Jerry's Dream and Del Ship getting out and down the outside, Nedgy, but Gidgee Star's raced away, and Gidgee Star's going to win this easily by about 3 metres, getting home hard, Del Ship, and also on the line, Golden Tiff, but Gidgee Star's won. They've come home in 29.4. Third in the event was Golden Tiff, followed by Nedgy, Tapio Castle, Hannah Dane, Jerry's Dream, Terry Cherry, last of all, Step Outside. So we lost one in that event. All Over Jerry came to grief after only about 200 metres or so. It's a lot of interference. Tapio Castle came out on Brett Woodhouse and All Over Jerry, knocking him out of the sulky. And very good piece of horsemanship by Brett. He was able to hang on to the horse, and that gave it a Gidgee Star a chance to get to the front and run to the lead. and it was never headed. First, Gidgee Star for Michael Sowden, Ships Fella.
Often racing this time, and down on the inside, Silver Dollar Girl shows some pace in the early stages with the rope splicer. Clearview Casey wider out and hunting up behind them Waltz Gold in the early stages, sorting themselves out and working around the outside to the lead now is Safari Time. Safari Time leads them off the back. Second placing Silver Dollar Girl. One off the fence, then came the rope splicer. Back along the inside, Waltz Gold got through to be fourth. Kinsilla Peter next in the running line. They're followed by Trapped Out 3 wide in the early stages as they work their way down the straight with just over 2 laps to go in the fifth here, Canberra. Out wide on the track there as they work their way past the judge would be Clearview Casey it is, Trapped Out wide. Rider on the Storm back behind them from Kinsilla Peter. Back towards the rear, Sweet Street. In behind them then came TAB, who's back last of all, just ahead of it, Symbols. The lead time 39.8 as they work their way to the back, and the leader is Safari Time by a metre in front. In second placing up on the outside is Silver Dollar Girl. Here's one whipping around them quickly. Rider on the Storm, not happy with the slow pace. And as they work their way down the back, Rider on the Storm, the new leader from Safari Time. In third placing there over on the outside came Silver Dollar Girl. They're followed by one off the fence then was the rope splicer. Back on its inside, Waltz Gold. The next pair back at Kinsilla Peter. Over on the outside of it there came as they work off the back there. Clearview Casey. They're followed by Sweet Street back in the running line. Back second last TAB and Symbols is last of all. The first quarter in 30.9. Down the straight they come and Rider on the Storm faces the bell with just over a lap to go. It's 3 metres in front, Safari Time second. And then came Silver Dollar Girl in the death out 3 wide again, Clearview Casey. Back in the centre, the rope slicer, Waltz Gold with nowhere to go on the inside. Then came 3 wide Symbols. Back in the centre, Kinsilla Peter. Back along the inside, TAB. And last of all, Sweet Street as they head to the back. Second section, 31.4. The one to run down the leader, Rider on the Storm. 5 metres clear, Safari Time is second. They're followed by over on the outside, making ground quickly around them. Then came Kinsilla Peter. They're followed by further back at the head of the rest was Waltz Gold, Symbols working into it. Then came dropping off Clearview Casey, working around the outside, Sweet Street. They're followed by next in the field, TAB going up along the inside. They swing to the home turn and the leader is Rider on the Storm, narrowly in front, trying hard on the outside, the rope splicer. Then further back came Waltz Gold, hooked out, making a run, and Sweet Street down the extreme outside. It's in front, Rider on the Storm, trying hard on the outside there. Came Waltz Gold, and between runners there, Safari Time, great go. Waltz Gold maybe from Safari Time and Rider on the Storm. In behind them then to pull up would have been TAB out wide, Sweet Street. Kinsilla Peter back behind them from Symbols. They're followed by Clearview Casey, who knocked up along with Silver Dollar Girl, and the rope slicer back last of all. Await the placings. Sectional, second section was 31.4. 31 for the third section. They came home in 30.4. Overall time 2:43.9 after race number 5. Lead time was 39.8. We're missing that first section, 30.9. That mile rate for the journey 23.3, and we await the placings to come up. And he lets them go, and they're off and racing in the Carlton Canberra Cup. Fizzy's Adam skips for a stride or two. Maraba settling down will lead with Diamond Blue Chip taking it on early. Louis Tolliver goes to third, followed by one off the fence. Matthew Flinders into that first turn. Driving up Fizzy's Adam, getting right up along the inside. As they work out of the straight, Maraba will retain the lead. Fizzy's Adam goes up to second. Louis Tolliver continues to make ground 3 wide. Back in the centre then was Diamond Blue Chip as they work their way along the back the first time. Up running about fifth on the outside, Admiral Coralta. Then came the next pair back. Rummer Drum over on the inside there. Of one off the fence now came Matthew Flinders as they work along the back. 10 metres away then came Company Lass. Then came Love You Dear. In behind them back towards the rear now, Talk About Charles. It's back amongst the tail enders there. Along with further back in the field came Elite Rena. it's back towards the rear. They swing into the straight this time with just over 2 laps to go, and Fizzy's Adam has driven up along the inside to lead. Louis Tolliver one off the fence is second. Maraba behind the leader third. Walking forward 3 wide came Admiral Carralta. There, followed by tracking it up the grey, is Love You Dear. Back in the centre then came its stablemate Matthew Flinders. Back along the inside Diamond Blue Chip. One off the fence Company Lass. Then came Rumadrum the inside. Second to last now is going up along the inside Elite Rena, and Talk About Charles's work back to last of all. Along the back straight they go, and our leader is Fizzy's Adam. Fizzy's Adam by 3 metres in front. Up on the outside, the grey Love You Dear second. Behind the leader, Maraba. The next pair back are Admiral Carralta. Over on the outside of Diamond Blue Chip, the inside. Then the next pair back, Louis Tolliver covering up Rumadrum. Further back then came over on the outside, Matthew Flinders. Driving up along the inside then. Followed by back second last Company Lass, and back at the rear of the field there was, as they swing into the straight and face the bell this time, was Talk About Charles. Into the straight they swing, and the leader is Fizzy's Adam, a metre in front. The grey Love You Dear is second, followed by Maraba third. Admiral Carralta fourth on the outside. There, followed by, in behind them, 3 back. Along the inside came Diamond Blue Chip, covered up by Louis Tolliver. Then further back was Matthew Flinders. Rumadrum. Back in the centre then came Company Lass commencing a run. Elite Rena back second last, and last of all Talk About Charles. They've had the bell. They head to the back on the last occasion in the Cup. And the leader, the one to run down. Fizzy's Adam still a metre clear. Love You Dear's had a tough run on the outside. Admiral Carralta winding up the outside. Then came Maraba further back. Then came Matthew Flinders running on. Then came Rumadrum at the head of the rest. Between runners, Louis Tolliver hooked out very wide. Company Lass coming into it from Elite Rena. And Talk About Charles back last of all. And one's galloped back out of the event. On the turn, Fizzy's Adam the leader, narrowly in front. The danger could be Admiralty Carralta coming home well. There, followed by, back behind them came Maraba, and at the head of the rest, Rumadrum. In the straight though, Fizzy's Adam goes for home, trying hard. Admiral Carralta on the outside. Fizzy's Adam's clear though, near the line for Glen Frost, and Fizzy's Adam takes out the Cup. Maraba got up for second, Admiral Carralta third. In behind them, Rumadrum. Then came Elite Rena, out wide Talk About Charles. Company Lass. In behind them then came Diamond Blue Chip, Matthew Flinders, Love You Dear, and last in was Louis Tolliver, and the one that took no part in the race, Kentucky Anna. It galloped at the start, put itself out of the affair. Something went wrong there at the start. 1, 2 and 9, won Fizzy's Adam, the winner of the Carlton Canberra Cup for 1998. Fizzy's Adam, Glen Frost the winner. Second to 2 Maraba, driven by, in fact we haven't got a driver notified there in the book, and third to 9 Admiral Carralta. 1:29, 32.2 that second section, getting the sectional times. 29.8 the third section, and they've come home the last quarter in 28.1, a slick run. 3:19.6 overall the time. 1:29 mile rate, 2:6.4 after race number 7, the Carlton Canberra Cup.
On and they're racing and showing speed out of the gate as Sir Laugh-A-Lot for Darryl Hart, also showing a lot of pace out wide as Metric Max. Kicking up on the fence, Super Fund, and Mariah Khan's in there and running currently in the 1-1. But as they settle down and run to the first turn, and Darryl Hart on Sir Laugh-A-Lot has held them out and leads out by about 4 metres to Metric Max. Andrew Smith taking the sit behind the leader. Super Fun now 3 back the pegs, cutting the breeze currently Mariah Khan, 3 deep Kai B and Vic. On the inside of those two is Iceberg, being trailed up by All in the Purple, Asterix, Royal Choice, and RD is last of all. They come down to get 2 laps to go, and leading out very easily is Sir Laugh-A-Lot by about 4 metres to behind the leader, currently Metric Max. Moving up to the breeze, Super Fun the favourite. 3 back the rails is Iceberg, currently in the 1-1 Mariah Khan. Kai B and Vic still out 3 wide, being trailed up by All in the Purple, Royal Choice, Asterix, and last of all is RD. 38.9, and that's pretty quick for this grade as they move down the back straight. Sir Laugh-A-Lot doing it very easily out in front by about 4 metres to Metric Max. In the breeze currently is one that's just obscured at the moment. It could be Super Fun. Moving up 3 wide, Kai B and Vic. Mariah Khan's in the 1-1, then comes Iceberg, followed up by All in the Purple and Royal Choice. Asterix second last, and last of all is RD. 32.2, and Daryl Hart's been able to give his charge Sir Laugh-A-Lot a bit of a breather there, and he leads out by about 3 metres to suit the front on the outside. There's one just 3 wide, obscured there at the moment. It could be Kybeen Vic moving up to 1-1 Mariah. Back the fence, Iceberg being trailed up in fact by Raw Choice as he gets off the fence. Then comes All in the Purple, and Asterix has ploughed it out 4 deep. 30.4 that second quarter, and Daryl's had to go a little bit quicker, but still Sir Laugh-A-Lot doing it nice and easily. He's up in grade today, but he's doing it nicely. Leads out by 3 metres to Super Fun. Metric Max has had a nice sit behind him the whole way. Kybeen Vic, well, it's looking for the aspirins. It's being out 4 wide and going backwards. Mariah Khan still smoking a pipe. She's going along nicely. Iceberg is doing the same. Out very wide as RD, and Asterix is coming into it, but Sir Laugh-A-Lot slipped them on the turn. He leads out by about 2 metres. Here comes Super Fun, and Metric Max also coming into it out very wide as Asterix, but as they turn for home, 30.8 off the back, and still Sir Laugh-A-Lot leads out by about 2 metres. Daryl Hart going for the lick of his life, laying down for the gauntlet. Super Fun, but Daryl Hart's got the break on Sir Laugh-A-Lot. Here comes Super Fun, and down the outside, All in the Purple. All in the Purple trying to make a race of it, but Sir Laugh-A-Lot lunges and gets there. Sir Laugh-A-Lot holds on to beat Super Fun, the third in the event in All in the Purple. Then trailed up by Royal Choice, Metric Max. Mariah Khan was there or thereabouts, also Iceberg. Asterix was disappointing, RD second last. And Kybeen Vic, it's run last. Sir Laugh-A-Lot, the Hearts, congratulations. They are going to pick up a cheque today, 21.9 to the winner, Sir Laugh-A-Lot. Second in the event, number 1, Super Fund. Third, 8, All in the Purple. Last of all, or fourth, Royal Choice. 2186 for race number. All right, they're just about to end racing, and best to begin on the inside was Kentucky Hanover, and Kentucky Hanover looks as though he will hold the lead. Coming out quite hard is Celebration Bow, and also Noble S is coming over, but as they come to the first turn, and Scott Osmond driving hard aboard Kentucky Hanover to hold the lead, and he will do so. Celebration Bow is going to drop in and take the run behind the leader. Moving up to the depth is Lady Adair, 1-1 currently Noble S. 3 back the inside is Frosty Whiz, being trailed up by Gronksky Lad. Being trailed up on the outside by Brenda Lee, or that could be Gemma Lee in fact, being trailed up in turn by Avenge. Second last of all, I'm the next one, and last of all is Flexi Blonde. But the lead time, 39.7, that's pretty quick for the C2s, and Kentucky Hanover leads out by about 2 metres on his outside. Lady Adair getting the trail behind the leader. Celebration Bow, 1-1ing his Noble S. There's a move 3 wide. It could be Cindy Turnbull and Avenge. Cindy Rickson, I should say, and she moves up. Being trailed up, no one in the 3 wide line. Gemma Lee's back there along with Frosty Whiz. Gronksky Lad, I'm the next one, last of all, Flexi Blonde. We're about to get the first quarter, and Scott Osmond given no peace on the leader, Kentucky Hanover. Let's see what this first quarter is. 32.5, that's not too bad. The horse Kentucky Hanover gets a soft breather. He leads out by about a long neck. To on his outside is Avenge. Behind the leader, Celebration Bow, 1-1ing Lady Adair. 3 back the running line is Noble S, being on its inside, Frosty Whiz. Trailing up Frosty Whiz, Gronksky Lad. Behind it is Flexi Blonde. Second last is Gemma Lee. And last of all, I'm the next one. They come down to get the bell. 800 to go here on Canberra Cup Day, the last event. And leading out is number 2, Kentucky Hanover for Scott Osmond. Leads out by about a long neck to Avenge. Behind the leader, Celebration Bow, going very well. Lady Adair, 1-1. Here comes 1-3 wide. It could be I'm the next one. Gronksky Lad's cluttered up on the fence. He'll need a run. He'll need luck too. Frosty Whiz is there or thereabouts, along with Noble S, Gemma Lee, and last of all, Flexi Blonde. Second quarter, 32.6. Scott's really got to soften and a chance to grab a breather as they go down the back straight. And Scott Osmond dictating terms on Kentucky Hanover, leads by about 2 metres to Avenge. Celebration Bow could be the leader's main danger behind the leader. It's travelling very well. 1-1 currently Lady Adair. She'll run on nicely. 31-1, and as they're about to turn for home in the last, Glenn Frost shooting for a $3,000 bonus, and it looks to be in racing 2 as Scott Osmond on Kentucky Hanover leads out by about 2 metres. On its outside, coming into the race, Avenge. Down the outside, Lady Adair, but Scott Osmond driving hard aboard Kentucky Hanover. Here comes Avenge on the outside, but Kentucky Hanover, $3,000 richer. Glen Frost and Kentucky Hanover wins by about 3/4 of a length to on its outside was Avenge. Gronsky Lake charged home once again. Lady Adair's there for a placing. Also Celebration Bow, Frosty Whiz, Noble S. I'm a next one. Second last in the event, Flexi Blonde. And Gemma Lee is running last. Well, that's a good way to finish the day, backing a winner in the last event. And Scott Osmond, Kentucky Hanover, had to burn early, but was able to get a breather midway through the race. And Glen Frost is going to go home with another $3,000 in the kitty. $9,000 this year they've taken away from the Canberra Harness Club.